totally good. I love it.
It's the best.
These soft lights make me glow and such.
I know, it's going to be the best part. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Twist Gaming. We are here live at Origins 2019 in Columbus, Ohio. We have been having a fantastic time at the convention, and I am starting my day off right. We are here with Apollo from Exocrate Games.
Hello.
One of our fantastic sponsors.
Yes.
I want to start off by sincerely thanking you very much for your sponsorship of the show. Without people like you, we wouldn't be able to come here, do the filming, reach out to the audience. You know, I was telling everybody how it's so cool for me to be able to have you guys come on the show and get a front row seat to everything that's brand new.
Absolutely, yeah.
And where our hope is to be able to do that to everybody else watching, whether they're here at the convention watching on their phones or whether they're home and they weren't able to make it to Origins. We want to make sure they get that front row seat to you guys and your games.
Yeah.
So it's all possible because of you.
Well, thank you. And actually, this is the very first Twist Gaming was the first real kind of interview I've ever had. So, yeah, big shout out to these guys. They took a chance on me, and here I am years later, like a year and a half later, still making games. So, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
So, you guys are known primarily for British vs. Pirates.
Yes, ma'am.
So, it is a tactical ship game in general. So tell my audience at home a little bit about what the original British vs. Pirates is.
British vs. Pirates Volume 1. It's a 2 to 6 player arena style ship combat game. There's a mission book in there, but it's pretty much an arena style, and that's what a lot of people end up playing. They play I have my fleet of ship miniatures, and then the other team has their fleet, and you combat each other. Over time, we've released the Spanish Armada, which we kickstarted as well with British vs. Pirates Volume 1. And then recently, well, about a year ago, we did British vs. Pirates Volume 2 on Kickstarter. Did great, and that's what we have here today. And we also have a whole other bunch of content, more than I could possibly bring up. We had maps, we had little miniature islands, we had forts, we have a real big neoprene map. But yeah, to basically get back to your question, or your comment, it was a ship combat game, and it is a ship combat game, and we just continue to release content. The community in the board gaming community with British vs. Pirates has been immensely awesome. We have really great painters that paint their miniatures, post them on our excuse me, on our Facebook page, British vs. Pirates Cove. So yeah, it's been an absolute blast, great ride, and we have so much more content to come out.
That's really fantastic. If you are out there, you've never seen British vs. Pirates, what kind of gamer is going to love this game? Like, who am I, and I know that I'm going to want this game?
First and foremost, I think like war gamers tend to really like it, but not like the let's play 6-hour, 12-hour like blocks of war gaming where you're rolling dice until your eyes turn red. That's great, and if that's you, that's awesome. That's not pretty much what this game is. We try to compact it down to about, if you really want to get into it, 2 hours. You can play a game in 2 hours, maybe even longer if you want, but it's about 60 to 90 minutes. And oddly enough, whenever we were making British vs. Pirates, I had my wife and all of her friends play test the game, and like they gave me so much insight, like little things like I can't read this fine text. So it's like the game really is compatible and friendly with mid-30-year-old women who drink a bunch of wine and like to, I guess, sort of loosely play games.
I mean, I think that's super important demographic.
Yes, that's not our main demographic, but we're letting you know, like, you can be all the way over there and you can play it. My nephew is 12, he could play it. But yeah, pretty much it's someone that wants to, here it is. It's someone that wants to play a game, like a ship combat game, that doesn't take all weekend to play.
That's very cool.
I like the...
So, I mean, you designed the game. What inspired you? Is this your first game design?
Yeah, this was my very first game. Inspiration came from, if any of you out there have played Sid Meier's Pirates on, I think, PC, and I'm sure it was on some console. But yeah, that game inspired it. But even, I found out years ago, like when I was 7 or 8, I was making this game on a piece of cardboard, and I would like draw little ships on squares, and I would make the game. And I actually have the baggie. If you go on my Facebook page, you scroll way back, you could totally find it. Like, I was 8 years old making this game, so it's kind of like I don't know, it's just a childhood dream. It really is a childhood dream.
That's really awesome. And I mean, if you've been thinking about it since you've been 8,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you've put a lot of heart and soul into the game.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you wanted it to end up being. You've kind of found all of your pros, cons. You
Yeah.
worked out your bugs. So tell me, what we had British vs. Pirates. You
Mhm.
added the Spanish Armada.
Mhm.
Armada. That's the expansion for the
For
original.
part 1, yes.
So what's new in Volume 2 that got kickstarted?
Volume 2 in this game, it's a little bit thicker. We got a whole bunch of new stuff. New factions. It has the Buccaneer faction, and then it has the French faction. So you'll have 2 different types of factions inside this box. There are new ship models in here, as well as new play modes. There's like a fort mode where you can defend your fort and protect your fort. We have a like a mission card where you draw mission cards and you do missions. You complete missions, and the first one to get marks of victory, a certain amount, wins. There are tokens in here. There's event cards. There's a kraken in here, as well as a sea snake, very popular. So it's British versus Pirates Volume 1, but Volume 2 has a little bit more content, makes it a little bit more of a hefty game, and yeah.
Is it a standalone?
Yeah, and that's a great question. People often ask, they're like, hey, is Volume 1 and Volume 2 compatible? Absolutely. They're totally compatible. You can play Volume 1 rules or Volume 2 rules, as well as the add-ons. We have South Sea Alliance. That's another faction. We have a total of 6 different factions,
Wow.
and they're all compatible with each other.
That's very cool. I'm going to switch over to the board cam real quick,
Let's do it.
because I'd love to show off the back of this box where you have got all of those components. I always go the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
there we
Look at that.
go.
Here, I'll help with that. Whoopsh.
Look at that.
Yeah, so whenever it comes to game design, I do graphic design as well. I do layout, graphic design stuff. So I'm like big on, I want to see what the game looks like on the back of the box.
It's important.
It's terrible to like you're like, this game looks cool. You flip it over and you're like, I guess I got to go online and do some research. But yeah, so anyways, shows different miniatures that we have here. It comes with 9 sea tiles, which is very large. It's a very large play area. It's modular, so you can like put it together. Beautiful artwork by Tim King's-Lynn. We have some ship cards, captain cards. So every ship gets a captain card.
Okay.
And you have you have Buccaneers and French factions in here, as well as other skill cards, event cards, and all sorts of goodies.
Very, very cool. So, Apollo, that's not all that you guys are up to. What else do you have coming down the pipeline?
Down the pipeline, we have, bear with me.
We're going to the cheat sheet.
Go to the cheat.
When you have so much happening,
Yes.
it's rough to remember.
And you do these. Hang on, can they see that? Look at that beautiful picture. If you don't see it, maybe it'll be on social media, or we'll take a new one. We'll see. But yeah, like when you come to conventions, they're so much fun. But man, it's like full throttle for a whole week.
Yeah.
It's like nonstop, dice rolling, fun, laughing, and it's a fun job, but it's still a job. So we really enjoy, whenever customers and viewers like you guys contribute, help out, leave comments, share, like, all that stuff. It really means a lot to us as from a game designer, and obviously to you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's the best part of this industry is the sense of community.
Yep.
I mean, hands down.
Yeah, I've worked in other industries before, and they're really kind of sharp and jagged, just like the personalities. But here in the gaming industry, it's a lot of fun, very helpful, especially from the design point of view. People are always willing to give you pointers, tips, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So we've got you guys. Mostly, we're still in the kind of war.
Yeah. So Exocrate Games, our company, we pretty much make kind of like light war games, not hardcore war games. I try to really make them like light, fun war games. However, the wife, she has proposed a game, so she's making a game right now. I'll get to that. But first, June 21st through 28th, we're going to be doing a Kickstarter for our art book for British vs. Pirates Volume 1. So if you like the beautiful artwork of our games, British vs. Pirates Volume 1, June 21st through the 28th, you can check us out on Kickstarter, yes. And yeah, totally help and show your support.
That's a quick 1-week campaign. That's
yeah,
nice.
and that's actually, I kind of got that information, again, online with, just the community. People, I've done the 30-day campaigns, and they're like, they're kind of like conventions, full throttle, comment, email.
For 30 days.
Yeah, it is like a sprint. So I was like, it's a book. It's an art book. So I figured I could do something real quick, real light, and I wanted to try it out to see if it is healthier on my soul. Because when you're doing everything yourself, for the most part, I have great help, but yeah, even whenever you have a team, it's still a lot of work.
And it's a lot of stress. You're sitting there. Everybody who's ever run a Kickstarter campaign knows the feeling of sitting behind the computer screen, constantly hitting the refresh.
Oh my
button.
God, that was me. Refresh. Even though it does automatically refresh,
Yeah,
I know people, but who cares? You're refreshing anyway. You're like, maybe there's like,
maybe there's a lag.
Yeah, maybe there's a lag. So let me just bam. Yeah, it really is like that.
But the art book, I'm sure, is going to be gorgeous.
Sure.
You can tell by just the box cover that the art in your game is absolutely wonderful. Is it just like the card art and stuff? I know you also said you have a large mini painting community along with it. I know
that's a great question. And no, I didn't include any of the 3D sculptor artwork. I probably should, maybe in the future. I'm certainly going to do more art books because we have so much great art and a lot of people ask for it. They want posters, but I'm like, I don't know which one to make a poster of. Here's an art book. So, but yeah, I think a miniatures would be a good idea. That's actually quite clever.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, she comes up with something. Look at that. So yeah, we got an art book. All right, that's going to be June 21st, 7-day Kickstarter. After that, we're going to have to be announced like fall on Kickstarter. I've got another real light Sniper World War II game that is coming out, and we don't have too much information on that yet. We're still in the works with that. Okay. Then my wife has her game, Dragons 9, she is working on. It's Dragons and then number 9. She's working on that. We've got artwork done with that. Play tested the heck out of it. And it's funny because it's her game. It's actually got pushed up ahead of like some of my other games. So
if it's a great game, it's got to go where it belongs in line. So, but this is a little different. What's the concept for the Dragons 9 game?
Yeah, it's a card. So it's straight card game. I like miniature war games. She doesn't at all. She likes card games, and it's fine. I think that's great. So this is going to be totally outside of Exocrate Games lane, but it's a card game. It's going to be light, very affordable to pick up. Something you could play at a coffee table or waiting in line somewhere. But yeah, you have a deck. You have cards in your hand, and then you have 3 decks. As of right now, you have 3 decks on the table, and you're trying to build the number 9 with the combination of cards, and then when you build the 9, you get a piece of a dragon. So you're building a ceremonial dragon for the Emperor.
So I don't know if you know this, but at Twist Gaming, all of the hosts have their own mascot, essentially.
Ooh.
With an animal mascot.
Really?
Yeah, so Josh is a unicorn.
Yours?
I'm a dragon.
You're a dragon?
Yeah.
Perfect.
My Nitro, my little red dragon.
She's getting a copy. Just for being a dragon. That's awesome. So, unicorn, Josh?
Yeah, Matt's a hedgehog.
Okay.
His name is Pepper because Matt is super salty.
I'm sure there's plenty of jokes to go around, folks. Not now. That's cool though, dragon. I like that you guys have.
So it definitely piqued my ear to hear about the ceremonial dragon card game. So then after Dragons 9 though, we're coming back kind of.
Yes, we're going back to the fighting lines, to the trenches, with a World War II tank game, which is it's really cartoony, it's really light, kind of pin-uppy a little bit. It's really fun and bubbly, but it's going to be just very similar to British versus Pirates. So if you like British versus Pirates and you want to see like a World War II version of what Apollo can come up with, World War Tanks, that's the name of the game. You can find us, we're not on Kickstarter yet, we're on Facebook, but you can find us on Facebook. I'm going to be releasing content, sneak peeks, behind the scenes, and all those sorts of goodies that people seem to love.
That's very cool. So talk to me a little bit. I know we're going from British vs. Pirates, which is all on the sea, and then we've got Sniper, and we've got what is the difference for you between making a game that's based in the different terrains? Does that play into your design? Yeah,
the genres are the genres are, my brain kind of goes everywhere. I'm a history buff. I like history, war history. It's just fascinating with me. I've been in the Army Reserves for 12 years now, so come on. All right, I'm not going to be doing anything else really. But yeah, I really like the whole, even Roman times, like way back then. I really like that kind of stuff. But yeah, bouncing around, it's funny because then I have other games that are completely off character. Like I want to make a train game, and I don't know. It's like you see games out there, and you're just like, I know I can do it better. And in your head, you do it better, but then when it finally comes out, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so similar to Ticket to Ride. What was I thinking? So then you go back to the drawing board. But yeah, it's fun just letting your mind go in the creative process.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, especially in this industry, and I really, really, really am thankful for all the fans out there that help, make our job, making us be able to do what we love, and even if it's like a side hustle, like that's just so cool being able to do this stuff. So thank all of you again so much for your support. We honestly couldn't do it without you.
So Apollo, we are live, and there are people on who may be at Origins. Where can they find you and your booth? Booth
1165. Okay, so check it out. We are literally in the corner, and it's amazing. This seems to be a theme with our, because we're so small and we're brand new. Yeah, we're always in the corner of every convention, and we have a blast. You can put us on the roof. We don't care. We'll have a great time. But yeah, we're at booth 1165. If you go to 1100 aisle all the way down at the end, you'll see us there having a great old time. I got my wife and my kid working the booth right now.
Family affair. I think that's really cool too, that everybody in your family can be a part of putting this, this little company together. It's
rare. I think it's maybe it's common. I don't know, but it's, thank goodness. And I tell the girls this because it's my wife and my daughter. I'm like, thank goodness I don't work in aluminum siding. Okay, because like I would say, okay, kids, honey, we're gonna go to the convention of aluminum siding. How miserable that would be.
It's not the same.
Yeah, I got a dental practice. All right, yeah, we're gonna be talking about toothpaste for 8 hours.
That sounds exhilarating. I mean, but when you put that up against games, like it's
Yeah, this is a fun industry. It's so much fun being in this industry, and yeah, just the community. Everyone's great. So
awesome. Apollo, where can people find you if they're not at Origins? What does your convention schedule look like from here?
We have Dice Tower coming up next, and then after that, are you going to Dice Tower?
We are. We're doing a big room.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna do a cameo and drop in and take a selfie.
I think that sounds like an excellent plan.
But yeah, we got Dice Tower coming up, and I have no clue after that. Literally, the wife runs all that stuff. It's fantastic. Like I just show up, make games. Oh, and that's another thing. Just give me a second, okay?
Yeah, we're good.
In the corner of the convention, literally the corner where our booth is, behind that corner, I'm in there making games, and the wife and kid. They're selling. They're working the booth. So I'm so in the corner. It gets worse.
You're not just in the corner booth. You're in the corner of the corner booth.
Yes, of the exhibit hall. It's.
You enjoy that spot, Colin?
I really do. No one better take that from me. The janitor's gonna come by. What are you doing back here? It's don't worry about it. But yeah, we got Dice Tower coming up. And yeah, just so if you can't find us, if you're not here at the convention, Origins, I'm sorry, but these people will cover you on that. Yeah. You can check us out, BritishVersusPirates.com or ExocrateGames.com. It leads you to the same website. From there, you can subscribe to our newsletter. You can check out any games that you guys want to check out. Social media links are on there. So yeah, everything exocrategames.com or BritishVersusPirates.com. We got how to play videos on it. We have painting videos. If you want to learn how to paint these really awesome miniatures, they are on there as well.
All right. Well, Apollo, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Dice Tower Con, I fully expect to see some of these really cool minis.
Yes. They'll be there.
All right.
We'll be there.
Sounds good. Apollo, thank you so
Absolute
much.
Pleasure.
I'll let you go and hang out. And guys, make sure you go and say hello to Apollo and everybody at Exocrate Games. Stay tuned for some more really great live board game coverage from Origins.